Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Ghost in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the FAD assault rifle. This is definitely an unusual assault rifle. It's almost an hybrid AR SMG kind of weapon. You're going to get to see a lot of varied gameplay from me with this one, using almost all of the muzzle, undermount, magazine, and optical attachments. A lot of fun coming up. And this is the first in depth that I've edited on my new editing station. For those of you wondering how it is that I'm able to edit videos with my back the way it is, well, I decided to make use of my Xbox One box and some other things, and I've kind of set up a laptop kind of ghetto editing station here in my kitchen. And while it's not ideal, it's not as good as having two monitors or anything, it definitely does get the job done. Bet you didn't expect to cut to real life. Let's go back to the gameplay. Now that we're back into the gameplay, let's talk about the damage on the FAD. It'll deal 34 damage in close quarters combat and drop off to 25 at a distance. That makes it 3 shots to kill up close and 4 at a distance. I originally wanted to call this a low damage assault rifle, but that would be somewhat misleading. Its initial damage of 34 is the lowest in the assault rifle class, but a lot of times that's not going to make a lot of difference. If it's 49 damage or 34 damage, it's still going to be 3 shots to kill unless, of course, the other person was somehow injured. And it deals 25 damage at a distance, which is not the lowest. There are several assault rifles that actually deal 20 damage at a distance. This one kills in 4 shots, whereas those kill in 5. It's an interesting kind of gun. I would say that since the total damage drop is only 9 points of damage, I would say that it is a very consistent assault rifle. It deals similar amounts of damage at almost any range. If you get headshots, that's 1.4x bonus damage or 40% extra damage, and that's basically going to mean 1 less shot to kill depending on your range. The 3-shot kill range on this assault rifle is actually very low. It's more akin to that of an SMG or a pistol or some of the other lower damage weapons. The 3-shot kill range is 16.25 meters or 16 1/4 meters. That is very, very low for assault rifles, even in the 3-shot kill ranges. If you put a muzzle brake on it, it makes it more normal at 19.5, and if you put a silencer on there, it's very punishing at 12.2 meters. 12.2 meters is more or less shotgun range, so if you're using a silencer on the FAD, you're probably going to be getting those 3-shot kills inside the range that most of your shotguns would be effective. While its damage and range properties may leave something to be desired, it makes up for them with rate of fire. This is a very, very fast-firing assault rifle at 882 RPM. This is the fastest firing of all of the assault rifles in the game. The ARX shoots at a similar speed, it's somewhat slower, and the MSBS, the actual burst of the 3 shots, is faster than at 882, though not by much, just barely a smidgen faster. However, this one has no bursting or delay or anything. You can just hose people with 882 RPM all day long, and it shoots very, very quickly. That's why you have a larger magazine. Now that we've covered its damage and rate of fire properties, we need to talk about time to kill, which I would classify as being moderate but consistent. If you're in that 3-shot kill range and your first 3 shots connect, it's actually going to kill very, very quickly, among the quickest of the assault rifles outside the MSBS because it's a 2-shot weapon. But outside that range with 4 shots, it's going to take somewhat longer, and usually outside that range you're missing a few shots, so your time to kill ticks up. However, since the damage is very consistent in almost all ranges, your time to kill is going to be very consistent and really only variable depending on your accuracy. Another detriment to the FAD is that it has the second highest recoil in the assault rifle class. It's going to mostly kick upward, but it will have a side-to-side wobble that'll get you in trouble because your crosshairs or your iron sights will cross to the left and to the right of your intended target while you're shooting if you're not careful. Though it does have recoil reduction multipliers on its first 10 shots, it's a minor multiplier. It's minus 10% over the first 10 shots, so your recoil reduction multipliers aren't going to make a whole lot of difference. Another thing that's not going to make a whole lot of difference is your aim down sight time at 0.3 seconds or 300 milliseconds. It's going to be the same as all of the other assault rifles. Reload time is very, very slow. It's well, you've got a huge magazine, so of course it's going to be slow. If you burn through all of your bullets, it's going to take 3.9 seconds to do an empty reload. Think about that. That's almost 4 seconds to reload this gun, which is a very long time in Call of Duty terms. Your full reload, which if you have a bullet in the magazine, is going to be 3.23 seconds, and your reload cancel, even your reload cancel time is still over 2 seconds at 2.3 seconds. This is very, very slow. That's why there is some viability for running sleight of hand on this weapon, and you need to be careful not to reload while you're in trouble. To counteract this, or maybe the reload was to counteract what I'm about to talk about, is the magazine size. Your base magazine size is 42, and your extended magazine size is 63, which is huge. That is enormous for assault rifles. That is more bullets than any other assault rifle. We're, branching off into light machine gun territory here with those kind of numbers. You have bullets for days. The gun is kind of a bullet hose, which we're going to talk about later. You do not need to worry about ammunition. When it comes to the iron sights on the FAD, I have a kind of love-hate relationship with them. Sometimes I really like them, sometimes they're nice and open and clear, and the foresight's really thin and I can track my targets easily. Sometimes they shake around too much, sometimes I don't acquire my target as good as I want to, and they end up somewhere around the metal bar or on the sides, and it can be somewhat obstructive. So like I said, sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. They're definitely usable. I think that they are definitely usable, and I most often prefer it without optical attachments. I do run some optical attachments on the weapon. You've seen a few here in the video, but most of the time I try to rough it and go without and just use the iron sights because I feel like I could do better things with the other attachments. And when it comes to my opinion on this weapon, I'm going to say it's a very odd assault rifle. It doesn't behave like a lot of the other assault rifles in the game, and it's almost like an SMG AR hybrid, kind of in the same way that the MTAR X is like an SMG AR hybrid, but this one is more to the assault rifle side. It's more of an assault rifle and much less of an SMG. You don't get that sort of very fast sidestepping when you aim down sights or high mobility or good hip fire or anything, but you do get tons and tons of bullets, SMG-like range, SMG-like consistency in the type of damage, and the recoil is, well, SMG-like and it's high, but it shoots very, very fast. It's just a bullet hose. It just dumps bullets out there, and it is best for people that like to spray and pray. If you like to spray with your assault rifles, if you like to hose people, if you like to throw 100 bullets down range and let them land wherever, this is going to be the assault rifle for you. You're going to like this one. You're going to have a blast with it. At the end of the episode, I'm going to make some recommended classes and attachments for you to play with. Class number 1, use extended mags and muzzle brake. I think I'm going to recommend extended mags on both of my classes here. This is going to increase your 3-shot kill range. It's going to give you lots of bullets to play with. Sleight of hand so that you can reload quickly. Stalker and focus. This is a very good close quarters class. The focus is going to keep you from flinching. Stalker is going to let you aim down sights around the corner. And of course, sleight of hand is going to let you reload very, very quickly. You can kind of stalker ADS people and move through buildings and clean them out with this class. Use the other free slots to do whatever you want with. The other class I can recommend is a silencer with extended mags. Again, extended mags, steady aim, and lightweight in ICU. And this is for if you don't like to aim down sights in close quarters combat. If you don't like that stalker aim down sight, if you just like to run up and bullet hose and spray, 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 and that sort of thing, because there is some viability for steady aim on the FAD. It's not maybe the best, not as effective as submachine guns, but it does still work, and you can kind of run with this. And lightweight and ICU. ICU is going to be important because no matter what, you're probably going to take a few shots and you're going to need to regenerate your health quickly. This would be my goofy class of the day, and this, like I said, is one of the few assault rifles that's viable for hipfire rushing. If you like to rush really, really hard, this assault rifle can definitely work for you because it shoots fast, it kills fast, and you've got the bullets to spare on the hipfire and the hosing. Although it can also be good at long ranges if you choose long-range optics, if you choose a variable sight or a thermal sight or something like that. Since it's 4 shots to kill and it's very consistent, it'll also work at long ranges, though I don't feel that this is the best long-range assault rifle. It falls really more into the close-range category. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. The previous episode was on some special recoil mechanics, and the next episode is going to be on ballistic vest. Hope you enjoy. Drifter out.